Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. I was with IRS for a decade. I've been in private practice for 4 decades. As you will notice, I'm not in no fancy suit or nice background. I try to give you all the information you need. I have been doing this a long time. I've worked about 10,000 IRS cases. Oh God, my eyes are blue today. That's really cool. I started this video channel because my son just said, "Dad, you have a lot of knowledge. Why don't you go on YouTube?" Well, I didn't know what all this was, and I started looking around in this space, and there's a lot of garbage out there. So I figured this opportunity today, I got about 4,500 subscribers or something like that. Anyway, I do these for 3 reasons. I do this to educate you. I want to give you inside information about the Internal Revenue Service. I don't want you to get ripped off. I hate when I get so many calls on this phone of people that have been ripped off, paid a lot of money to resolution companies. So I'm trying to go ahead and help you just see through that. I have a whole team of former IRS agents. I'm on the news a lot. You can look at my interviews at 777irs.com. And if you need to contact us, you can. That's my only sales pitch that I do. Today, oh, by the way, I work the offer and compromise program at IRS. I used to, with a pen like this, accept offers, used to deny offers, so worked a ton of offers. So I'm probably one of the more knowledgeable people in the country. My team is. Peter Salinger actually has more experience than me. He's worked about 2,000 offers. So we're kind of the offer kings. I don't do really any advertising other than YouTube. But today I want to tell you the secrets, what you would need to know about the offer and compromise from a former IRS agent. I don't know if the word secret's good, but it seems like it's good. You can decide. There's 2 things that are very important for the offer and compromise. 2. The one thing IRS I would look at, I would drill down on, is your assets. IRS only cares about assets, your income and expenses. That's what they care about. If you're sending in your offer, I'm drilling down on those. IRS wants to make sure the value of your assets is correct. You should know you can use wholesale values to drive your offer down. If you have a home, IRS is going to discount that 20%. With that said, you cannot send it in all. You can send it in. You cannot do an offer and compromise for less than the value of your assets. So if your assets are worth $100,000, remember your home is discounted 20%. If your assets are worth $100,000, you can't do an offer. IRS is going to reject the offer. Don't try. Don't fall for someone's scam. They know a trick. You're not going to get it accepted. Remember, you're not going to get that accepted. Why would IRS settle when you got the assets? The other thing they're going to look at, and this is big, this is the tripper, they're going to apply the national standards test to you. So if you owe tax debt, how does IRS, what are IRS really looking at? Assets, your income to expense ratio. So what did IRS do? In a very simple way to you, they decided that they were going to set up what would be called the IRS national standards for 4 categories. You can look in your browser, the IRS national standards for food and clothing, IRS national standards for housing and utilities. It'll populate a state and then you populate your county. IRS national standards for car payment. First car is worth about $585. Look for the standard. And then operation cost for your car. IRS is going to make you live within the standards that were set up by the Department of Labor in every county in the United States. So if you're falling out of those categories, you're going to have a much, much higher bill. So when you're submitting your offer and compromise, you must know what the IRS national standards are. Here's the problem. If you have $8,000 a month income and the IRS is only allowing you $6,000 a month because they're putting their standards in and not yours, you got $2,000 a month left over. IRS is going to take that $2,000 and multiply it by the life of the statute on your case. It's that simple. If you got 5 years left on the statute and you got $2,000 left over, they're going to multiply it by 60. That's 5 years. IRS is not going to settle for any less then the value of your assets plus what you have left over at the end of the month times the life of the statute. That's how they work the offer and compromise. So if you want to know the true secret of the offer and compromise, it's knowing how low you can come up with the value of your assets with appraisals, and you have to know the IRS national standards. Once you do that, you'll be able to know A, if you qualify, and number two, how to get the lowest offer and compromise. That's the best I got. I try to break this down in simple terms. We're around for evaluations, consultations. Give me a subscription if you would. We really thrive on subscriptions. YouTube thinks if people subscribe to you, you're good. I don't know whether I'm good or not. 4,000 people say I do, but a lot of people have a lot more subscriptions than me. Anyway, thank you. You can email me a question. You want me to pick up your case and work it. My information is below. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.